Today's episode, we're not really doing a barbecue episode. A friend of mine and a subscriber, a guy I subscribe to also, Kent Vanderweerd, tagged me in the Funky Spaghetti Challenge. Now I tell you, spaghetti's not really my forte. I'm not the best at cooking it. But we're going to see if we can make something good and funky out of this. And I'm going to tell you right now how we're going to do it. We're going to take some regular spaghetti noodles. We're going to take some Italian style marinara. We're going to take some Italian meatballs and spicy Italian sausage. We're going to combine all those. Now that sounds like pretty normal spaghetti, right? Nothing funky about that. Well, hang on a second. Right back there in that kitchen, I've got some homemade bread. I'm going to cut that into slices, about thick enough for Texas toast. You see where I'm going with this? We're going to take each slice, put butter on both sides. We're going to put it in the cast iron skillet on the stove because it's cold outside. I don't want to do it outside. So we're going to do it in the skillet on the stove. We're going to get those browning up. I'm going to take a portion of spaghetti with the meatballs and the sausage. I'm going to dump that onto the bread that's browning up. I'm going to top it off with some mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan cheese. And we're going to take that other slice of bread that's been browning this whole time, remember? We're going to set that on top of the other one. We're going to mash it all down. And we're going to make an Italian style spaghetti with meatballs and sausage, grilled cheese. Now if that ain't funky, I don't know what is. Alright, y'all come along with me. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, y'all. We're going to start off with the preparation of the meatballs. I got some Grande Mozzarella Rustica, Italian style meatballs. Alright? These are real simple to prepare. And I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare, I think, all of them. Real easy. All you got to do, get them out of the package without tearing them up. Put them on a pizza pan or a cookie sheet. Easiest way to get these out of this package I've found is just to roll them out. I mean, they are balls. Alright, there we go. Arrange them on the cookie sheet. Alright, now you're going to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Once the oven is preheated, which mine already is, you're going to take and you're going to put these in the oven for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you're going to go ahead and roll them around and flip them over so the other side can get all nice and pretty done. You're going to put it back in for another 14 to 17 minutes until done. I'll be using my thermometer probe and probing to make sure that they have an internal temperature of 170 degrees to make sure they're safe and make sure they're done. Once they're done, we'll take them out and then we'll proceed on to the rest of it from there. Now, also, for the next portion, I'll be showing you how I'm going to cook up these Johnsonville Italian sausage, the spicy kind. Alright, y'all stick around. Alright, for these sausages, I've got my cast iron. It's warming up over there on that burner over there. And the wife won't eat these spicy sausages, so I'm only going to do two. I might do three. No, I'm going to do two. That'll be enough for me. And all we're going to do with these, we're just going to put them here in the skillet. We're going to put a little bit of water in there. There we go. Got a little bit of water in there. And now we're just going to cook those. You know what? The skillet needs to be over here on this burner. Alright. So like I said, we got just a little bit of water covering the bottom of this pan. We're going to go ahead and turn that heat up, and we're going to get these sausages started cooking. We're basically using the water like we would oil and it's going to help cook the sausages a little bit better. Alright, and we're just going to cook these until they're brown and until they're done.
Put them on a stand with
Alright, I'm recording. Alright, got these sausages just about done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to turn, without putting any more water in the pan, we're going to just go ahead and cook the outsides of them just to get a nice pretty crunchy color. It's going to give it a nice crunchy texture when we cut into it and when we bite into it. It's going to give it that nice brownish color that we like. Just roll them around until we get the color, a little blistering of the skin. We like that. That looks good. And this is basically just for aesthetics because the gray color of the sausages, when they've basically been steam fried like that, it's not real appealing on your sandwich. So we're doing this to make it look pretty for Instagram. By the way, y'all follow me on Instagram. It's Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue, at Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue. Alright, these are starting to firm up and look real pretty. Oh yeah, there's that color we're looking for right there. I cannot wait to eat this Italian style grilled cheese spaghetti sandwich. Alright, there we go. We're going to flip it one more time. And we're going to call it good. And if I'm correct, our meatballs should be just about done. Yeah, I got 7 minutes left on those meatballs in the oven, and then we can start showing you how to boil water. Alright. The sausages are done, the meatballs are done. Now we're going to start boiling the noodles to get them done. What I like to do is I got me a pot, about 3/4 full of water. Maybe not quite 3/4, about halfway full of water. I'm going to take just a little bit of organic olive oil. I'm going to put that in there. That helps coat the noodles while they're cooking, and it kind of helps keep them from sticking together a little bit. Just a little bit. About like that. And we're going to turn our burner on high. We're going to put the lid back on this. And we're going to let it go to work. We're going to bring it to a nice rolling boil, and then we're going to add our spaghetti. Alright. We've got our water boiling now. We're going to open up our spaghetti. Probably should have already done that, but oh well. And all my water's boiling away. That's okay. And I'm not going to use a whole package. I can always make more spaghetti if I need to. I'm going to make just enough for this sandwich right now. Mostly because I chose the wrong pot. And I didn't put enough water in it. So we're going to go ahead. We've got a nice steady roll to our boil. We're going to go ahead and put these noodles in there. These spaghetti noodles. Boil them. I have found they're done now. They're a nice perfect al dente. You can see they're done. I went ahead and drained them. Didn't figure I needed to show you how to drain noodles. But they're drained. We're going to set these off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and get our marinara sauce started working. Alright, for our marinara sauce, I will be using Full Circle Organic Marinara Pasta Sauce. It's already seasoned and already flavored. I'm going to add a little bit extra oregano to it just because I like oregano. I like that. I think it really adds to the Italian flavor of it. And I'm having trouble getting the jar open. Maybe I should call my wife to come open it for me. There we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and dump this in here. Go ahead and dump the whole thing in there. We're going to turn our burner back on. And we're just going to heat this up. We're going to simmer it and heat it up. Get a nice good simmer on it. And let this little bit of extra marinara that I'm putting in it, let that go ahead and cook on in there and get that flavor in there. go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of oregano in there. That should give it plenty of awesome flavor. Now with this, you do want to stir it on a fairly regular basis because you absolutely do not want to scorch it on the bottom of the pan. It's pretty important. Get that stirred up in there. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to it also. Because I like my food salty. So I'm going to add just a little bit. There we go, that should do it. Stir that up, get that mixed in there. Man, that smells good already. That smells good already. Whoop. There you go. You can see starting to bubble a little bit in there already. Stir that. We've got to keep an eye on the heat. We don't want to scorch it on the bottom. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our noodles to this sauce. It's real simple. We're just going to take our pan and scoot those noodles on in there into that sauce. Boop. There you go. Just like that. Stir them up. And even though you added the olive oil to it at the beginning, they are still going to stick up together a little bit. But that's not a problem. You can just stir them around and they'll unstick. The olive oil does help prevent the major sticking like you would have if you just boiled them and went with it. Alright. The spaghetti part of this funky spaghetti challenge is ready. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Alright. Now, for these meatballs, you can see they're nice and they're well done and everything's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and cut half of these meatballs, so 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and cut those in half just to make it easy to put on the sandwich. Alright, got those all cut up. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut up one of these sausages. I'll go ahead and use this one. I'm just going to cut it into little strips, little slices. Okay, we got those cut up. Those are ready to add to our spaghetti sandwich, which we are going to do just as soon as we cut up a slice of bread. Alright, we got this butter in the pan going. I didn't have any soft butter because I forgot to set it out to soften up. But that's okay. Go ahead and put the butter in the pan. Make sure it covers all of it. Then you're going to go ahead and take your bread. We're going to stick it in the pan. Let that pan get good and hot. We're going to stick it in like that. We're going to let that side brown. Pan's not really big enough for 2 slices, so that's okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take some spaghetti and put it on this piece of bread. Spaghetti with the marinara sauce. Alright, got our spaghetti on there. Now, we're going to take and put some meatballs and some sausage on there. Alright, now we're going to put some mozzarella cheese on. And oh no, my grater's gone and I'm out of time. Crap. Alright, we're not gonna grate the Parmesan on there. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our other piece of butter on, or our other piece of bread. And we're gonna flip it. Mash it all together. Ah, that's hot. Okay, that was dumb. Don't do that. Mash it all together. We're going to get that cheese good and melted. And get this bread nice and brown. Alright, I found my cheese grater. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this just a little bit off. We're going to grate some Parmesan cheese on top of that. Alright, throw this back on there. I'm going to shove this meatball back in there. Might go ahead and flip it one more time. Oh, I almost burnt it. It looks more burnt than it actually is. A lot of that's cheese that was on the bottom, and that's going to scrape right off. I promise you it's going to be good. Alright, y'all. That's how you do a grilled cheese, a grilled, how do you want to say it? Alright, let's try that again. That is how you do an Italian style spaghetti with sausage and meatballs grilled cheese sandwich. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cut into this, and I'm going to show you the insides of this Italian style spaghetti with sausage and meatballs grilled cheese sandwich. Say that 8 times real fast. Bet you can't do it. We're going to go ahead and cut it diagonal. And there you have it. This is actually a beautiful sandwich. Look at that, man. That's going to be tasty. Alright, guys. Been another episode of Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. Hit the like, share button, whatever. I don't think I'm going to tag anybody in this video. So, if you want to do the challenge, do it. Post a pic or a video of you doing the challenge in the comment section on this video, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So, anyway, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on the next episode of Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue.